Then there is another question, Hadur, about Sunan. What are the confirmed Sunan of prayers?
Yes. Many reports speak of various numbers, but having compared all the various traditions speaking of this and that, we have come to the conclusion, and this is what we also inherited from the practices of the Sahaba of Hazrat Muslim Islam. As far as the Nawafil are concerned, you can do them, any number of them as you like. But as far as the essential Sunan are concerned, beginning with the morning, there are two Sunnah of the morning prayer. It is said before. If you somehow miss them, then you can perform them after the Jama'ah prayer is over. Then you can come back and say the Sunnah. But the right way of doing it is before you go to the mosque or before you begin to say your own prayer at home, you perform two Sunnahs. Incidentally, these two Sunnahs never drop. No concession is ever given regarding these two Sunnahs. Even if you are in a journey and you are performing the Salat al-Qasr, other Sunnahs drop, but this one does not. So remember this as well. Yet this is a Sunnah, or the two Sunnahs we perform, 2 Rakat Sunnah, which is performed at the quickest rate possible. Not like, like a bird is eating, pecking things, but about Ahmad sallallahu alaihi wasallam it is reported that of all the prayers he said in the 24 hours, this was the fastest, the Sunnah before the morning. He knew why, but we follow that. Not fastest in the sense that you forget you don't know what you are saying. Of course you have to do it with waqar, with dignity. But fastest in comparison to Rasulullah's prayers. But some interpreters have misunderstood this. They think faster in ordinary terms. So they think you should do this. Not at all. Rasulullah could never have said such prayer even at the fastest rate. What he emphasized was that you stop at each position so much that there is no hurry visible in that. You stay put and feel at rest. Say what you have to say there and then change. So this also applies to the morning prayer. Nobody should misunderstand me. And because it is performed fast, so you can do it without doing it, like the chicken is eating their feet. Now, Zuhr prayer has 4 Sunnahs before and 2 after them. Some people say 4 after, but what I'm telling you, what is essential. If you do it, this is proper, this is normal. You can add any prayer, any number of nawafil or sunnahs as you please, but I'm talking of the sunnah, established sunnah, which was a constant practice of Hazrat Muhammad Rasulullah. Before Zuhr, Asr prayer, there are no sunnahs. Some people, these scholars, they say 4 rakat should also be said before Asr. But I have seen no evidence of such thing in the well-established traditions. Some people do it, let them do it, but this is not essential. Before Maghrib, there is no sunnah. After Maghrib, there are 2 sunnahs. Nawafil as you please. Then, after Isha, there are 2 sunnahs. Again, some people say 2 sunnahs or 4 sunnahs before Isha. But this is not an established fact which was constantly done by Hazrat Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So, as far as the definite sunnahs are concerned which cannot be left out except on the journey, these are the sunnahs of 5 prayers, except the morning sunnah which can never be dropped. The other 2 sunnahs which are before Jummah, and before the Jummah prayer, some people call it hadiyyatul masjid, but they are sort of sunnahs which were always said by Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam and which were again never dropped, like the Fajr sunnahs. So even if you do Jama, those sunnah are not dropped. Even if you are on journey, those sunnahs are never dropped. So that is why it is very important for you to say the sunnahs before the Jummah prayer, because sometimes when you join the Asr prayer with it, then the problem is you don't say any sunnahs after Asr prayer before sunset, and you can't drop these sunnahs. So there's a big problem. That is why I insist that you must say your 2 sunnahs of Zuhr, of Jummah, before saying the Jummah prayer, so that even if the Imam joins the 2 prayers, you have done what is essential for you.